the handle on the game tonight and had a good read on Kara.
Call.
Call.
Check.
No raise.
I think calling is kind of interesting here because neither one of these ladies has been doing too much bluffing on the flop. I'd be interested to see who's going to break that mold. What do you think? I mean,
I think it might be in Kara's interest to see lots
Check.
of flops. I think she could probably play a bit stronger post flop,
this
but
300,
not certainly.
this 300's
400.
that's going to get through.
Pass.
That's going to get through, and that's nice. She doesn't have to pick up many of those before if she gets it wrong, it won't be that big a deal.
But we've seen Agnieszka correctly identify the course of action so many times tonight. If she senses a trend happening, as the great sportswoman she is, she can put a stop to it. I think at the moment, body language, Kara's looking the more comfortable out there in a heads-up scenario. Hasn't been the case all day long.
No. No, Agnieszka really seemed to have the handle on 4- and 3-handed play.
Pass.
But if they both continue to pick up nothing, it looks like Kara is going to just turn the wheel to the tune of a few more 100 pounds every 6 hands. And I think they're going to both be dangerous players at the final table.
Raise.
Raise.
So
Raise to 7.
7 total.
7 total.
I raise 400.
now this is the first opportunity Agnieszka's had, and I don't know how she wants to view it.
It's a raise of 400. 7 total.
As I don't think she's made a re-raise all
No.
night long,
Call.
has she?
Call.
Doesn't seem to be in her plan.
No, she hasn't. There's nothing wrong with just calling in this spot.
No?
15 to
No, although the pot's so big now
Yes.
that
You're
it's...
not allowed to tip the dealer, are you?
I don't think either player can really afford to lose it, in such a sense that Kara is going to have to bluff if she misses, isn't she? And what is Agnes going to do if she misses?
I'm not sure. I know what you mean, but I'm not absolutely sure anybody's guaranteed to stick any money in on the flop.
Thinking back to another one they played where it got checked down. Pressure is crippling sometimes.
Well, that's obviously a slightly different scenario now.
I mean,
It's not easy to hit the flop, is it? Kara's smashed in the face, really.
It's not easy to hit the flop. It is easier to hit the flop from the button than the small blind, though. I know that.
Well, there's some gameplay here.
Yeah. She's unfortunately... I mean, Kara could be worried about her kicker, but you can't really be... Or can you?
500.
Can you?
Well,
Can-
the last time this situation
Hold on.
she went all in, she's done it again. She hasn't worried about what it could... She just thought her jack must be okay, and if it's not, well, that's the end of it.
I believe...
She's going to have outs, but has she got enough to fold? Has she got enough money to fold here?
Well, I
she
think the
has.
re-raise is about 1,600. And I believe Agnieszka has about 2,000. Oh, she's got about 2,000 left. This would be for nearly all her chips, but about a fiver. A monkey. $400 or so.
Pass.
Pass.
Good pass.
I don't know how big the blinds are, but I mean, they could nearly just put all the money in the middle and do a flipper. 2 and 400 pounds. I mean, they've played a lot of hands here tonight, and nothing has separated them. Is there anything left to this game as far as than ship and shove? I mean, the raise now, if she makes it, Agnieszka, it's going to be everything Kara has. And Kara has to call with a big percentage of hands.
Cool.
In fact, Kara had to raise with a big percentage of hands, too.
Well, it could slow the action down even more.
I think if Kara misses, she must...
They all stick
Well,
together.
I don't know. You know, I've been knocked out of more tournaments than I care to mention. Usually drawing dead. And if she pushes here, she will be nearly drawing dead. Look, there's 800 pounds in there, and she's only got 16 back.
It's a type of
I'm all in.
hand you could make a move with. It's a drawing hand, and no guarantee that your opponent's hit anything. She's not to know that Agnieszka's hit top pair. She's thinking about it. She should really be calling, but there again, we can see the cards.
If she does call, Kara will be down to 1-7 to win. 4 of them, but 1 of them.
It's a big hand to fold, I know that.
Wow, it's a massive
It's a
hand.
monster hand to fold.
You can't fold it.
You've also got to look at the all-in bet. The all-in bet's it smacks of a bit of desperation.
Yeah, I mean, you'd put Kara on a draw. You'd say it could be a flush draw with overcards, but not more than 1 overcard. Obviously, the fact that this is for all the marbles and the place in the final and 6,000 pounds.
Pass.
Yes.
And I just don't know, Steve. I'm not sure. Not sure what she saw. She'd been reading Kara well all night. She's had 2 chances to close the door now, and if Kara comes back in it, you have to point to the last 2 hands.
Yeah, you've got to be happy with top pair two-handed. You've got to be happy. Well, what a hand to pick up
Call.
after
Cool.
so many hands heads up.
And
Finally, is
She
there going to be
can't-
some action?
she came to that decision so quickly, Steve, didn't she? I mean,
Great call. It had to be done. It's the only way to get some movement in the game.
sure. And
She's praying now that she doesn't know, obviously, that Agnieszka's got a jack, but she's praying that Agnieszka hits the board.
obviously she's taking a chance that if she is outflopped,
Oh, well,
she's not been outflopped.
well, that's just because she's got to check it.
She may have found.
She's got to check.
She may have found her way through, Kara Scott.
She's got to check or just call.
She should not put any money in this
Check.
pot, not on the flop.
Check.
Check.
Oscar.
Yeah, I think perhaps she should put her forehead in her hands.
No, I just don't. No, you don't win
Check.
Oscars like that. She's going to have to check again.
She's
Check.
looking a little distressed. That was painful distressment.
Oh.
The 4 of the jack,
Still,
obviously.
once again, we've seen on occasions Agnieszka put money in with second pair, but she's just not tempted, is she?
Check. Check.
Oh, that must be cruel. She's not check raising, is she? She
I
can't.
think she has to bet a good amount here because she doesn't want Agnieszka to see her hand cheaply, really, does she? You know what I
400?
mean?
400.
I don't think it's going to matter too much,
Cool.
that.
Okay.
Quick call.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, Agnieszka has played this hand perfectly to not go broke, if you know what I mean.
It's a good call in the end, really, isn't
I mean,
it?
she has to call. I mean,
Oh.
nearly anybody would have.
Definitely bet more in the end.
Nearly anybody would have bet the turn or the river with Agnieszka's hand.
She's got some sense of keeping out of trouble, that's for certain. Kara Scott just shaking her head, just thinking,
Damn.
how can I get the money out of her?
That's weak.
It's like getting it out of Northern Rock.
She wishes now she had bet the turn. She wishes she had bet the river. It's all so hard, really. It's all so hard to figure out how you should play your big hand sometimes. The good news, of course, Kara says, well, I've got a 2-to-1 chip lead, and she can go back to plan A, which was the push.